Yeah. Katie, I see that you have your hand raised.
Yeah, I just wanted to share a little something. You know, the first part of the week when we started this program, I really had a hard time with the hunger pains and wanting to, eat in between my snack times and the shakes, and it was a real challenge for me. I think I have gotten over the hump with the exception of, today and tomorrow. It's going to be a challenge because, having no food on my tummy whatsoever, and I have a tendency to dip in my blood sugar levels and get nauseated and that kind of thing. But I did what I think Kathy suggested, and I did have a little snack this morning, a little ISA snack with my cleanse, and it did seem to help. But the thing that I really wanted to share was last week I was trying on different clothes in my closet, and before I started the program, I was moving into a larger size than what I was used to wearing. And this morning I was able to put on, get this, from a size 8 to a size 4 dress.
Oh,
that's been hanging in my closet. Yeah, it's been hanging in my closet for months that I've not been able to get into. And I tried it on last week. It was still too tight. I could not zip. This morning I put it on, and I actually have it on at work. I mean, so it is just a tremendous, it's ridiculous. It's insane, the results that I've gotten just in the last 7 days. And you really cannot tell what your body's going through because you look at yourself every day and go, okay, I don't notice a difference. I don't notice a difference. But then when you actually start to, try on some of these clothes you haven't been able to get into, you can really tell. And that for me was the kicker, because from a size 8 to a size 4, it's just incredible. Incredible. It's ridiculous. It's insane. So that is my encouragement boost, and I believe it will help catapult me through these next 2 cleanse days, which I think is going to be very challenging for me, but I'll be able to do it. It's all about the spirit overcoming the flesh. And when you call your body into alignment and continue to be in the spirit, your flesh has to die, and your body is flesh. So that's just what I have to keep in mind, spirit overcoming the flesh on a daily basis.
There you go, Katie. You've got a winning attitude, and I really appreciate that about you. And congratulations, man. That is a huge, huge motivation going into these 2 days. And I know that greater is He that's in you, right? And so you will absolutely breeze through these days. And I'd like for you to really apply your faith and your hope towards, paint a picture of what, if you could choose. And I love this. This is one of Kirk's greatest trainings here. If you could choose, and you can, what would you have the next 2 days be? And begin to frame that up in your mind, in your expectation, and your hope. Now, if things show up and headaches and whatever may come along, that's fine. But frame up how you would like the next 2 days to be, and begin to stretch your expectation towards that. And you'll be amazed at what happens. And that's part of bringing, as you were talking about there, the body in alignment with the spirit. Is first getting the blueprint of what you want it to be inside of your spirit. And the body and the subconscious begins to say, okay, well, this is what Katie wants. So this is, I can't do this, and I can do this. And it begins to line up. It really is amazing. So get a strong spiritual blueprint of what you want the next 2 days and the next 21 days to look like. And you will be amazed at how your body obeys your spirit.
And Kyle, something else. You mentioned at the start of the game that we would be able to, hear the Lord more clearly and just really hear His voice, much clearly. And that is what's happening to me. And I noticed it really big yesterday. It was kind of like this cloud, this dark cloud just kind of disappeared from over my head. And during my communication with the Lord, I was out walking and I was talking with Him, and boom, boom, boom. It was like, wow. It was just like a crystal clear blue sky as opposed to a cloudy day. And that alone is incentive enough for me to keep on this program, because that's my heart's desire, and that's all of our heart's desire, is to be able to walk in the Spirit and hear the Lord clearly on a daily basis and go where He says go and do what He says do. And that's what I'm finding, is that while I'm doing this program, I'm able to hear Him much more clearly. And it's very encouraging because he encourages me as I go along on a daily basis, just in me being able to hear him more clearly. And so if anything, that's encouragement enough right there to continue on with the program.
That is so, wow, what an awesome thing. And that's actually a lot of what my daughter's been praying as well. She really wants to hear the Lord clearly. If you look at the biblical model, and guys, if this is not within your worldview, Katie and I are just expressing a little bit of our common worldview as far as our belief systems go. If you look at the biblical model, all great prophets, if you look at Daniel when he was fighting governmental forces, if you look at Moses, Elijah, Christ, everyone, when they would go, they would separate themselves, and they would separate themselves from food. They would change their diets. They would change their behaviors. They would go out in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights, and they would wrestle and win and hear from the Lord. And so if you see all the great encounters and all the great clear voices spoken from Genesis to Revelations, it's in those places of being separated away, not just physically, but also in your body as well. And there's something completely different about this than a fast, because a fast is deprivation and the body's kind of, whatever. The aspect of what's happening with the cleanse product is you're still nutritionally flooding your body. Kathy was so true. The vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients, everything that's still coming into your body through this cleanse drink is actually plenty nutrients, that in addition to the snacks, for you to feel good through the cleanse. The only reason you would feel bad is the releasing of toxins and those types of things, and our addiction to certain feelings of full or feelings of food. And as we purge ourselves and retrain our palate, just like Belma experienced with tasting the can, right, certain things begin to really happen and accelerate in our bodies, where our body becomes into alignment. And when it comes into that level of alignment with our spirit, because each one of a person on this call anyway, the spirits are wanting to live, to expand, to experience life, just like Belma said. At my age, how I am right now, I am feeling life. Well, it's because her body is coming into alignment with the spirit that's always been on the inside of her. And so as we all bring our bodies into alignment with the big spirit, what I mean, just the spirit that wants to exude light and life, it is powerful when those things come into alignment. So, and it actually then begins to trigger our moods, because then the soul, the mind, will, and emotions begin to line up with the spirit in the body as well. And so that triad, or that trifecta, the trinity of the spirit, the body, and the will and the soul begin to line up together. And you're going to see emotional shifts begin to happen as well, because as the body comes in line with the spirit, so then must come the will, the mind, and the emotions. The thinking clears, the decisions get clear, the emotions get freed up in a positive way, and it is really a forced upward spiral of just success. And so great notice on that, Katie, really great notice.